as you can see, my name is Isabel Trout, and the lesson that I'll be covering is about food insecurity. This lesson should only take about 50 minutes to complete. Before I go into each little section, I'm going to just briefly cover how I broke everything up. So at the top, I have key concepts and themes, the overview, some education standards, the objectives, materials that are needed, as well as a breakdown between the hook, activity, and review. At the bottom, I also included a simple note taking for the video. I also, at the bottom, included my Instagram post. Okay, now that I briefly went over everything, let's go into a deeper detail. Here, key concepts are food insecurity and food insecurity. The overview is students will be able to learn about food insecurity and security through text readings. Students will watch a video about food insecurity and how it just does not affect the United States, but other countries as well. Next, we have education standards. At the top, I have some education standards for our health class, or for health classes, and towards the bottom, I have education standards for an agriculture class, mostly relating to like group work and communication. Some of the objectives that I posted on here are students will be able to define food insecurity. Students will learn the difference between food security and insecurity. Students will be able to communicate with others. What I mean by that last objective is in the activity they'll be talking with their group partners or their seat partner, as well as the whole entire class in a group discussion. Some of the materials that are needed are going to be for this hook activity, really, which are like things like canned food, water bottles, maybe some fruit, and of course copies of the handout. I put 30 just in case, because I personally don't know how many students everybody might have or who they're going to be teaching to. Okay, let's go over the hook. So the hook is going to approximately take about 3 minutes. This is just to get your students in the mindset for the activity. So this hook, they're just basically going to close their eyes and you're going to create a story that they're going to visualize, and you're going to basically walk around with a bag with the materials that I listed earlier and pick a random student to grab one random material so they can continue the story. For the activity itself, it should take about 37 minutes. I allowed 5 minutes for students to do the reading about food security, and then 3 minutes where the instructor will ask the students to talk to their seat partner to discuss the reading. And then after they discuss the reading with their partner, we're going to open it up to a whole group discussion with the rest of the class, which I gave about 10 minutes for. And then next we have the video, which would take about 12 minutes. I forgot to add the link, but I will add it after the screen recording. As the video is playing, they'll be filling out that notes page that I showed towards the beginning of this recording, and I gave them about 2 extra minutes at the end of the video to finish up their notes. And then I allowed 5 minutes for a class discussion about the video and any questions they had from the video. A little review that can be done at the end of the class is like a Kahoot game, which I think is really fun, and it gets your students really competitive, and it allows them to fully process all the information that they learned in the lesson. Once again, here is the notes handout. I'm going to break it down really quick. So they have like their name, the name of the video, some main points from the video, some vocabulary, a place for their vocabulary, and a place for any questions that they have. Next, I'm going to talk about my Instagram post. My Instagram post is really simple. I chose to use little orange circles to represent oranges and a leaf type background to represent like a tree. And it's really just about how you can help solve food insecurity by like donating to Feed America, donating to your local food banks or food pantries, or even starting your own little food drive in your community. And then another thing that you can do is support like after school lunch programs, as they can be really helpful. Thank you for watching my video. I hope everybody has a great day. If you're curious about where I made my Instagram post, I will actually add a link at the end of this so you can have access it for in the future.